I run my own shade business, and I need a platform to help me make it grow. That's where SheTrades.com comes in. As a seller, not only can I sell my products, but I can find services and products on SheTrades.com. I can develop my skills through the SheTrades virtual learning, and the SheTrades news, success stories, and videos are so inspiring. Buyers and investors can also use the SheTrades platform to source services and products from women entrepreneurs like me. And there's the verifiers, supporting women entrepreneurs such as chambers of commerce, business support organizations, and SheTrades partner institutions who can verify sellers, giving us a stamp of approval displayed on our profile to give us more credibility. All users can also commit to one or all of the 7 global actions to continue empowering women entrepreneurs together. SheTrades.com is all about expanding your knowledge and your market to help your business reach new heights. Register on SheTrades.com today and get the free mobile app available on Android and iOS.
Thank you for taking the time to join us today for the presentation of the ITC SheTrades platform tools and resources. My name is Patty Mohan Thompson, project lead at SheTradesTT for the SheTrades initiative here in Trinidad. This is our first activity since we launched in October last month, and we look forward to engaging all of you for many, many more activities that will be designed to meet your needs. On this note, I encourage you to register your business on www.shetrades.com/en and also complete a needs assessment, as the data gathered on the assessment will inform the development of our national program. Today, we are joined by our colleagues from the ITC, Nidian and Leticia, who will introduce themselves later on in the session. For today's session, to improve the quality, we are asking persons to ensure that your video remains disengaged for the duration of the session and your mic be placed on mute. All questions will be answered at an appointed time during the program, so quickly take note of the question and hold them until the Q&A. Because we have, so far we have 40 persons, but we're expecting much more to come on. I would like to encourage you to use the raise hand option during, So we would just stick to the chat, to the raising questions via the chat mode. So I hand you over to Nidian, who will provide an overview of today's session. And this will be followed by Leticia. Thank you.
Thanks, Patty. Thanks for the introduction. And I also would like to welcome you all to this session. Good morning, good afternoon to you. It is a pleasure for us to have this first webinar in the framework of the SheTrades Hub in Trinidad and Tobago. It is, as Patty mentioned, it is the first activity that we deliver in TNT, but many more will come. And as she said, if you are not registered on SheTrades.com yet, we invite you strongly to register it now. This will open new business opportunities and many more opportunities for you and for your company. Today's session will be about the platform. So what is the SheTrades platform? What are the tools and the key tools and the resources that we have them? What are the benefits for you and for your business that you can expect once that you are registered? How to register, and we will also give you the opportunity at the end of the session to ask any question that you might have. I am Nidian Khazafjaeng. I work in the ITC SheTrades team. I manage the hub in Trinidad and Tobago. I also work on several projects beyond TNT, including one in Pakistan, one in Senegal, and one in Uganda. My background is on trade. I've been working on trade for the last 6 years with the ITC, but also with the World Trade Organizations, mainly on trade-related technical assistance and on supporting women's economic empowerment. I am here with my colleague, Miss Leticia Johnson. I will let her introduce herself. Leticia, over to you for your introduction.
Thank you so much, Nidian, and thank you all for having me here today. And I'm also very happy to see the numbers just grow and the interest on SheTrades, right? And SheTrades.com, which I will dive into a little later. So just to introduce myself, I am, as you know, Leticia Johnson. I am the project coordinator in SheTrades. I'm in several projects. And I'm in the forefront of SheTrades Invest, which is the investment arm of the initiative. We try to tackle quite a few areas in SheTrades, in policy, in market linkages, and also in access to finance and so on. So I'm in the forefront of that. And today, because I've been working for SheTrades now for about 2.5 years, I have a good idea of how the platform works, and I would like to share that with you. I really would like for you today to be able to register, sign in, and to really explore how SheTrades.com could benefit you. So I think this is a really, a privilege for me to be with you today. And if you do have any questions, please do use the chat box. I will try to answer them. We do have a technical team that's behind the platform. So if there is any sort of difficulties, then we are going to redirect you to them. But in principle, I hope that everything flows. But yes, so that's just a bit about me and what you're going to be hearing from me. So thank you so much, Nidian, and yeah, go for it.
Thanks a lot, Leticia. Yeah, and as Leticia mentioned, we invite you to write your questions or any comment that you may have on the chat box. We check the chat box regularly, and we will have the Q&A session just after the presentation. So please do not hesitate to write down your comments or your questions in the chat box. Before we dive into the platform, the SheTrades platform and the SheTrades tools, I would like to start with a brief presentation of what is the SheTrades initiative. So for that, I prepared a short presentation for you. And I will be sharing my screen. So I hope that you all can see my screen. Okay, so the SheTrades initiative, what is it? The SheTrades initiative is one of the flagship programs of the International Trade Center. The International Trade Center, or the ITC, as you may know, is a joint agency of the World Trade Organizations and the United Nations. So the ITC is mainly focused on supporting the internationalizations of small and medium-sized enterprises. And we at the SheTrades, we are mainly looking at empowering women to enhance their access to markets. So the SheTrades initiative has the overarching goal of connecting 3 million women to markets by 2021. And to reach this objective, we work across 7 strategic actions. So the first of them is about championing quality gender disaggregated data about the participation of women in trade. Then we also work with policymakers and with other stakeholders in our client countries to promote gender-sensitive trade policies. The third strategic area of intervention is about supporting women's access to public procurement markets. We know that the public sector offers tremendous opportunities, but unfortunately only very few women can access this market at the moment. So we provide strategic support to policymakers, but also to women entrepreneurs on this area. The bread and butter of our intervention is about on the fourth and the fifth pillars, which are about enhancing women's access to markets and supporting business connections. So all the activities that we do, like B2Bs, like trade fairs, all of that fall under strategic area 4 and 5. And then strategic area number 6 is about supporting women's access to finance. So this is where SheTrades invests, the main area where Leticia is working falls in. So we connect women entrepreneurs to sustainable to impact investors. And last, the last strategic point is about granting women's access to ownership rights. How do we do this? So we can think of our intervention as a pyramid. So out of these 3 million women, 45,000 of them will be the beneficiaries, the direct beneficiaries of ITC projects. Then 65,000 women will be reached through our collaboration with partners. So we work with a large array of partners, be it private sector partners like governments, trade promotion organizations, but also private sector partners like big corporates like eBay, DHL, or Myers. And then 2.4 million women are reached through our e-learning programs, our platform, the various webinars that we deliver also with our partners, and the commitment of our partners. Just to give you a snapshot of our key achievements so far. So we've already generated more than 140 million in trade opportunities for our beneficiaries. Around 30,000 women-led businesses have benefited from our interventions. We are currently present in more than 25 countries, almost in all regions of the world. We have a global network of 350 partner organizations from 65 countries. Then the main purpose of our webinar today is about the SheTrades platform. So I will let Leticia explain to you what is the SheTrades platform, what are the opportunities that are available there, what are the benefits that you can expect when you are registered on the platform, but also what are the key tools and resources that we have on the platform. Leticia, I hand over the floor to you.
Thank you, Nidian. So I'm just going to share my screen and I'm going to walk you through the SheTrades.com platform. All right, Nidia, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen, Leticia.
All right, excellent, thank you. So in this case, there is, as soon as you type in SheTrades.com, you're going to find, the main screen. So in this case, what you want to do is, if you are not registered, you're going to click on register, and you're going to become a member, right? So you're going to fill all of this out. If you find it easier to register on Facebook, or Google, Twitter, or LinkedIn, you can just press on this and you can then log in through these social media platforms and these platforms. So I'm already registered. So in this case, then I'm just going to quickly sign in. Please let me know in the chat box if I'm going too fast, and if so, I will try to go slow. So hopefully everything's going to work out. All right. So you're going to so once you register, you'll always be able to sign in either with the platforms or with just with your email. Okay. So let me go for there. That's the right password. All right. So as you can see here would be your dashboard. Okay, I don't understand why this is not showing, but in principle, this is what your dashboard would look like. Okay, I'm just put this down. Now, on your dashboard, you're going to have your accounts. This is strange. Let me just refresh. Okay, I'm using, so sometimes this is actually very good to let you all know. Sometimes the different browsers that you use are going to be a bit of a limitation. So in this case, if you could just give me a few seconds, I'm going to switch from safari.com to Google, to Chrome, because I think it will be better in terms of the features. So just give me 2 seconds. And Nidian, in this case, can I kindly ask for you to just expand more on the different projects that SheTrades is engaged in while I log in?
Yes, sure. And Leticia, please, when you do log in, try to zoom in a bit your screen so that we can have a clearer view, because it was a bit difficult to read your screen.
Noted, thank you.
Okay, everyone. So while Leticia is fixing this small technical hiccup, and please accept our apologies for this, let us, I will again quickly present the platform to you. So the platform is, first of all, a platform that gives women entrepreneurs the opportunity to network and to exchange among themselves. Since you have women entrepreneurs from all over the world registered on the platform, you then have the opportunity to be connected with them and to share best practices and lessons learned. It is also a way to be directly connected with buyers and sellers, as it gives you the opportunity to sell and to sell your product directly, but also to source from other women entrepreneurs. And then as we have many verifiers, so what is a verifier? Verifiers are business support organizations in each country that actually can verify your company when you are registered on the platform. And when your company is verified, it gives you more credibility. So in the case of TNT, for example, Export.TT can be the verifier. Then it is also, and it gives also news stories, success stories, and other updates that we have in SheTrades. We, for example, recently we have many webinars on a range of topics, from access to finance to export readiness, leadership skills. So you will have updated information about the upcoming events, these upcoming webinars, which are all available for free. Then we also have the e-learning program, the ITC e-learning platform, and the SheTrades virtual learning space, where we have on the ITC e-learning page, we have more than 100 learning courses available for free. And then on the SheTrades virtual learning space, we have currently 54 courses. You can also access the recordings of past webinars that we've delivered. And lastly, the platform gives you also a one-stop shop to all the market analysis tools of the ITC. So the ITC has, for example, a market access map that gives you information about tariffs and other market information in pretty much all countries. And then we have also the government procurement map. We have the ITC sustainability map. So all of these tools can be accessed through the platform. So let's see if Leticia is now. Leticia?
Hi, Nidian. Excellent. So I was able to log in. So I'm just going to be sharing my screen. Give me a few
Okay,
seconds.
that's great.
All right.
So we have some questions in.
But I'd just like to everyone to know again, because this is a platform that's being developed on the go. Sometimes there are hiccups and we are working on this. So please do have patience with us as well as we try to make it as user-friendly as possible. Nevertheless, let me share my screen with you for you to have at least a gist of what is to expect. So in this case, then I'm going to share with you here. Okay, Nidian, can you see the screen? Is it still?
Now it's much better. Thanks, Leticia.
Yeah? All right, excellent. So in principle, I'm not entirely sure what is going on. So there seems to be a little disruption here, but hopefully when you sign in, it's not going to appear like this. But nevertheless, the whole concept of SheTrades.com is for you to have a platform where you're able to network with different entrepreneurs from around the world. All right, and you're going to be able to build your network and have, for example, business circles depending on the types of businesses that interest you. So in this case, for example, sometimes you can decide, you know what, I'm interested in Kenya, you know, or I'm interested in a country in Europe, let's say France, you know, depending on the type of project and so on. So you would write over here Kenya, right? And then you write the products or services that you're looking for. Or in this case, you could also go immediately and write, I'm just going to give an example of tea, right? So I'm going to search for tea in this platform, and then I'm going to see, oh, okay, let's see this woman from India, actually. Normally, you're going to see her photo over here, you're going to see her details, and you're going to see the photos that she puts up of her tea. And this is a type of platform that will really expose you to different markets, right? So you're able to look for buyers and sellers here through the search bar. In this case, when you go to my dashboard, right, let me actually go back. Let's say you're interested in the women in tea. You can go over here and you can press add to contacts, right? And then you can add to contacts. In this case, you can always go to my network. I personally am not very active, but you will see that my network is, okay, in this case, one person. But you can have a full-on network here with your business circle and so on, right? And then you can also, sometimes there will be tenders and you can bid for whatever is there. One of the things that one of the women actually really enjoy is putting their offers. So you could put your offers here and see what the women have in store. So for example, let's see, I don't know why it's quite, it's new to me why the photos are not appearing, because normally you're going to have different photos of people having their different products available, right? And you can put additional information, the prices and so on, and you can see the different offers and you can make an order, yeah?
Leticia, apologies. We have comments from participants. Can you further expand the screen because it is a bit difficult to read?
To expand the screen, okay. Let me see.
If you can further zoom it.
Okay, let me see if I can zoom in quickly. Is this better?
Slightly more?
Okay, give me a second. Let me go to view, zoom in. Is that better?
Yeah, now yes. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Please do keep it. I mean, I'm going to really refer this as a discussion. So if you have questions, feel free to interrupt me and we can go with that flow. So as I mentioned, you're going to put your photos in here, you're going to put additional information, and for whoever then comes across your page will be able to make an order, right? Or will be able to follow up with an order. Now, that's part of the offers. Then you have the individuals. And you're going to see that in the individuals, you will have a list of women that you can connect to. Again, this is just like a demo. In the real space, you're going to be able to see their profiles. And then for the companies, you'll also be able to see their profiles a bit more in detail. And then also with the verifiers, you will have different verifiers, right? So for example, one of our partners is Opportunity Bank Uganda. They are a verifier. So all of the women that are in their pipeline, you could say, they can request to be verified. So for example, if you are a part of a business support organization and this business support organization is on SheTrades.com as a verifier, you can ask to be verified, right? And this actually gives you more credibility. And because someone else will come and say, huh, they are actually part of a business support organization. And so they are verified. I see their profile is populated. I can trust them. Sort of a, you know, an online mechanism of being able to be credible, all right? And in this case also, you will be, and again, please let me know if I'm going too fast, okay? Also, in another part, you have the media page, right? So just come into the media page if you want to understand what is actually going on in SheTrades in the different countries, different projects, different, you know, just to be exposed to different opportunities. What you can do is go onto the news page. Again, we have a number of news here. This is just a template, so you will be able to see the full thing, the pictures and so on. You can go onto the news that you want to read, see what is going on, be up to date. It might be interesting to you or even to your country. Then you also have the success stories, right? So these are success stories that come along year and things that we do in the country when we have a project, or for example, if we take women to different trade fairs from around the world, you will be able to come in and read about it and actually maybe even learn more about the different partners, the different projects, how maybe you could actually benefit from the information that you read. We also have different videos that are available. Please, again, excuse all of this. It's a template. As you can see, I'm not very active, so it's just to give you really a gist of what SheTrades.com is. We have different topics that we cover from different projects, from the overall initiative of how we're trying to really push the agenda of SheTrades. And I'll come down to the publications. So for the publications, this is actually quite interesting because we really try to, for example, mainstream gender in free trade agreements. And by you reading this, right, you're going to really understand what are we trying to do to benefit women entrepreneurs to trade, right? You're going to understand what are your privileges as women, what sort of trade deals you have. So I think the publication space is actually quite, you know, important to be informed, and we're always updating this. So please do have a look and take time to learn about the opportunities that are here. Then we have the events page. Now the events page, you're going to see have a number of events that happen. You will have different events. I mean, some could be relevant to you, some not, because sometimes it's just in countries. So for example, you will see here you have SheTrades Zambia workshop. So, you know, sometimes we are quite specific with different countries, or you will have, for example, news on SheTrades Invest e-learning course, raising funds for your business. This is open to everyone. So if you want to see what is actually happening around SheTrades, where you could participate and so on, please do take time to regularly look at the events page. There are times that we do not necessarily, we don't necessarily focus only on projects, but we will have trade fairs where we are going to choose countries that are not part of the project. So for example, we've had a call for application for women to attend the international trade fair called BioFach in Germany. And 6 women from 6 different countries were able to attend and have the opportunity to link to markets. Again, please let me know if I'm going too fast, if you have any questions. Nidian, I can't see the question box, so please do let me know if there are any questions. Then there's the forum. Okay, there's the forum. Sometimes there might be a topic that you're like, I just would like to have a discussion, right? So where do I go? And you can create a forum, you can create a topic and see if other women are going to answer, talk, chats, and so on. So you could actually pretty much start a movement, if one could say. But yeah, so this is pretty much it. So then I find, you know, and I really do believe this, is that the meat of SheTrades is really on the Learn page. And we have, as you can see on the left, under the Learn page, you have the SheTrades virtual learning, webinars, and market tools. And I do believe that Nidian briefed you on a few of them. So with the SheTrades virtual learning, actually, I'm going to just skip this for now because it opens to another page. But we have, for example, different webinars, right? So you can see, for example, past webinars. We have webinars of different partners. So for example, if you want to know more about logistics and trade, you can look at the webinars with Maersk, for example. Maersk really does elaborate on what it entails to trade to other countries, what to take into consideration. And we also have webinars, for example, with different financial institutions that can talk about, especially now during COVID, how to manage your cash flow. We have different, you know, we have Sidley Austin, who is a law firm that does pro bono. So we also have webinars on that. And then we also have the market tool. And the market tool, Nidian did highlight a bit of the advantages of these. So for example, you have the trade map, the market access map to see, you know, where can your business fit, whether the sector is saturated or not, where the demand. You can really navigate through all of this and see what sort of value you can add to a certain market, right? In this case, we also then have the SheTrades virtual learning space. And now this SheTrades virtual learning space is really, you know, in the heart of SheTrades, because no matter where you are, what you're doing, whether it's on a computer, your phone, or your tablet, you can go to the SheTrades virtual learning space and you can quickly, you know, take a course. It has a tracking mechanism, so you'll be able to track all of the learning courses that you've done. If I'm not mistaken, once you've completed these courses, you can actually become an ambassador or a mentor for other women. So it's a really great engaging space here. I'm going to try to, as you saw that, as soon as you say let's go, it takes you to a different tab. Nidian, could you see that I went onto this different tab?
Yes, I can. We can, Leticia.
All right, excellent. So in this SheTrades virtual learning space, and I must say that I'm happy to see pictures. But in this SheTrades virtual learning space, it really covers a number of topics, and we have been really collaborating with different partners. So for example, one of the partners that have also worked with us on this is UPS. And we've also had this in different languages. So this is where you can come in and really take these courses. You have communication and negotiation skills. You have costs and pricing. Market your products. You have warehouse and logistics. You have logistics for e-commerce. So this is really a rich space for you to come and learn. And everything that we do in ITC, we really do it, you know, with experts who are in the field. And I think you'd really benefit from this learning page. In addition to that, we have e-learning courses that you can take, like, again, raising funds for your business is one I know, managing cash flow. And then, as you know, there are different languages. So you'll see that there's there's a series in Spanish as well that you can explore. If you feel more comfortable with French, you have those as well. And it's really just expanding. So the VLS it's a really great place to, you know, to grow and get all the knowledge and skills that you need. What else do we have here is we have, like, as Nidia, sorry, I forgot your name there a bit. What you also have is different webinars. So if you are registered on SheTrades.com, you will receive emails saying, hey, we are going to have a webinar with this partner talking about that. If you're not registered, it's difficult for us to communicate with you. And so sometimes you could, you know, you could miss out. And I think there's really a lot of benefits in registering. So this is just a bit more about, you know, SheTrades and so on. Then you have the commitments. Now the commitments, this could be an individual commitment, this could be a partner's commitment, an organization and so on, where you say, you know what, I commit to quality data, I commit to policy. So if you're in the field of policy, you know what you say, I'm going to push forward the agenda for women in trade, or women in finance and so on. And depending on the commitment that you want, you can always just click here. And you see, I've already applied. So, you know, you can go in. Let me see one that I haven't committed to. Oh, okay. All right. Secure government contracts. I guess this is because it's a bit away from my my field of expertise. But you can make your commitment here, and you have a few questions to answer. And then we will receive the fact that you've made a commitment, and our team will then be communicating with you in regards to your commitments. Now, I really went through the left-hand side of the tabs, and what I would like to get back to is your dashboard. Okay, this is actually coming through. So in your dashboards, like I said, you will have over here, depending on the language you want, of course here it's going to be English, but we also have it in French and Spanish. You have a notification bell. As you can see, people are asking me to verify, but I'm not in the forefront of SheTrades.com. We have partners, a team that is working on this. You have your message tab. So for example, if you're messaging people, you can go on and message them, you know, become business partners and so on. Then you have My Account. Now, My Account is where pretty much you can populate your profile, okay? Talk about the organization type, the year of establishment, put in your name and first name, your country, and so on. And you can also then add a photo of your company. Your detailed information. This is essential for when people come and visit, they can know who you are and your business a bit more, and then the products and services that you provide. And then you also have your settings over here. So for example, if you want to change your password, you just add your current password, your new password, you retype it, and then it should activate. Then you have the, your email and so on. You can add an additional email. Sometimes it's best to have an additional email just in case you forget your password or so on. All right, in that case, then you also have My Contacts. Again, like I said, have one contact. Your items. So, you can put in there your items. Your favorites, so you can go to, for example, someone's account and say, I like this account. I'm gonna make it my favorite, right? And then, okay, log out. I'm not gonna do that now. So in this case also, you can go to your, okay, of course, over here you can see the time. You have a calendar, and you can, let me just see something, because I see this is now working. Okay. So then you can also see that there's your settings, right? So for example, if you would prefer to have your offers on top, you can just drag and drop. If you prefer to have your recent news on top, you can drag and drop. If you prefer to have your calendar on top, you can drag and drop. It's really quite straightforward. And then you just press done, okay? And then once you press done, you're going to see your changes. I left the recent news, but I've changed the calendar in the time. So this is a bit about, SheTrades.com and how you can engage with the different buyers, the women. I do see that things now have changed. I think there must have been a certain hiccup, or it might be my network. But let's see. Ah, voila. We actually have someone from Trinidad and Tobago. I hope that you're online, okay? So I'm going to, market you a bit. So here she is, and she really has put a bit about herself and her photos and pictures and what she does. And she has also over here additional information which I can download and really see and explore, and I can make an order and follow up. That's what I meant. So I really think it would be great if everyone could take the time to really explore SheTrades. Like I said, we are trying to revamp SheTrades.com, so there might be glitches sometimes. But if you can flag that to us, that would be great, because at the end of the day, it's the people who use it the most that can say, oh, by the way, please have a look at this because it's not working, or I don't understand, this, so I can't plug in. It's really just a tool for you to engage with us. But I mean, in principle, this is really a platform for you, and it should be flowing perfectly. Nidian, do I have any questions?
Hi, Leticia, thanks for the presentation. Yes, you have several questions here. But let me just, so we will have about 15 minutes for Q&A. I would like to strongly invite everyone to respond to a brief poll. We have a couple of questions just to collect your feedback about this session. So we will have a poll at the end of the session. Please do give us your feedback. It is very important for us. And regarding any potential technical difficulty that we may have related to the platform, you can you can contact us via this email address right here. And Leticia, you have a couple of questions, so let's start with I think Ingrid's question is a technical question. I already noted it, and I will get back to Ingrid on this one. But maybe we can start with Leslie. She is asking about the criteria for verification. So once that the woman registers her business to be verified by a verifier, what are the criteria which are taken into consideration by the verifier?
So in this case, normally what the criteria will be is whether you are a member or not, right? So the verifier will like to see, are you a member of their business support organization? I think each, and I would not like to speak to verifiers because it really depends on the country context. It depends on quite a few things, but in principle, it should be quite straightforward that if you are a member with this business support organization, they should verify you, all right? If, for example, you are not part of a business organization, a support organization, and you want to be verified, I believe that you can ask for verification, and then most probably they will they will send you an email or try to reach out to you to get to know you a bit more before being verified. So there should be some sort of communication line there of, I want to be verified, I'm not part of your business support organization, but I do want to be a part of it. Or if you are, they should be able to recognize you and verify. It's not so strict, no. But however, for the verifier, we are strict of who can become the verifier. So we have our own internal procedures of selecting. But to be verified as a business, it's really on the verifier. There's a lot of verifying words there, but I hope I was clear.
Thanks a lot, Leticia. And the follow-up to that question is the question from Tara. And there was also another question asking which institution will be the verifier in Trinidad and Tobago. It is SheTradesTT, but now where can the women, so when they are registered on the platform and now they want their business to be verified. Can you briefly explain this process and where they can find the information about available verifiers in their countries?
Yes, so actually thank you for bringing up that. I noticed that I might have missed the, no, I haven't. So you will, once you're on the SheTrades platform, you're going to head to the verifiers page, which I just pressed now. And you're going to pretty much search for your verifier. I'm not entirely sure if yet SheTradesTT is a verifier, or if it has been if it has been accepted or not as a verifier yet. I'm not for SheTrades.com, but nevertheless, you are going to search for SheTradesTT over here, okay? And then you're going to go, I'm just going to use Opportunity Bank right now because they are here. And then I'm going to ask, for example, I'm going to ask to be verified by them here. So I'll go to, give me a second. Over here, I'll just go and I'll say request verification. Okay. And then they're going to get a notification and then they're going to be able to verify or not. As you can see, let me just try. Yeah, please confirm the action. I confirm, and they will receive the notification. And I'm sure that SheTradesTT will do the same. I hope that was clear. So it's really looking for them and requesting for the verification. As you can see over here, I hope you can see on the right-hand side.
Yes, thanks for explaining, Leticia. SheTradesTT, yeah, we will check what is the issue why SheTradesTT is not coming up, because Tara is saying that she cannot find SheTradesTT. But we'll look at that, Tara, and this issue should be fixed very soon.
Yeah, no, that is fine, because we also had a change in team, so we just need to pretty much accept you. If you have already applied to be a verifier, I will notify this to the SheTrades.com team. So that should be fine. It should be straightforward, and you will be notified once you accept it.
Thanks a lot, Leticia. Then the next question is coming from Jamila, who is asking about the process for exporting. So say that she is selling her products online via SheTrades.com. If the buyer is now placing an order, what is the modalities for exporting and for shipping the product?
Yeah, that's a good question. Again, I believe that it's really about the communication between the two businesses. So in this case, for example, if I go to, okay, I'll just go to my network here. It's quite poor there. And I decide, okay, I want to export with this person. I'll be able to send a message, right? Right now it's pending, but in principle, they would be able to accept, you know, and you could start pretty much engaging through message, and then you can actually take it out to email. And then you can see what is the best way to export to the country that you wish to export, and see the interest and so on. So in this case, you would have to really plan with the person that you're exporting your product with. Yes, that's actually a very good question, because I'm not entirely in the SheTrades.com logistics of exporting, but this is something that I can ask. So that is true. But in principle, the networking part is by engaging with the entrepreneur and sending the message, and then taking this either offline and coordinating everything. So I think really SheTrades.com is just really for the connecting part, but everything else then would have to go offline.
Thanks a lot, Leticia. So we have 2 more questions, but maybe we can issue the poll now. So please, if you can launch the poll, everyone, we will very much appreciate if we can take 2 minutes to give us your feedback. Coming back to questions, Leticia, Denise would like to know how to search for business by country on the platform.
All right, excellent. So that's quite straightforward too. We try to make this as simple as possible. So as you can see, I'm just going to start this again. You can see that there's the search bar here on top, right? And you'll see there's a drop-down menu. Here you have different tabs which says which country that you want. Right, so in this case, you can choose the country. Let me see, we can do Kenya. You can type in Kenya. You can type in the different sector that you're looking for. So let's say coffee. You apply, and then you can come here to, you can add here whether you want women who 50%, 30%. I believe that those who are in the platform are already women, and exporting experience. And then you can just pretty much search for that. And then it should come down. Oh, okay, we'll start that. Kenya. Okay, I don't understand exactly why this is not putting in Kenya, but this is something that it should come in principle. I see that there's a glitch here, and I'll report this to make sure that everything is smooth, and you should have the country. But in principle, you're going to use the search bar, right? Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. Oops. All right, so let me try to go back. Okay, well, so in this case, then this is, you'll add the country here, but I will figure out why it's going down, because you should in principle have, the drop-down menu of the countries that you want. So I will flag this. Okay, but really I think there's a lot of value in exploring this. I've noted a few of the things that need some attention. So yeah. And is there any other question, Nidian?
Yes, the last question is about certificates. So are participants awarded certificates when they participate in our our online trainings? Let's put it in general, because I think the answer is a bit different depending on the type of the course, right?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Do we award certificates when participants successfully complete our online trainings?
Yes, so when you do the online trainings, you do get your certificates, right? You will get your certificates for the, let me just go back to the Learn page. Of course, for webinars, not, right? But for the SheTrades virtual learning space, you will get a certificate. For the e-learning courses, you will get a certificate. You'll have your name, the course that you did, the dates and times, and so on. So you are able to you will be able to save your certificates. So yes, that is something that you will definitely get. Anything else?
Follow-up question from Tara again. If we have any success story of the use of the platform from any other country, is there any case that you can recall right now, Leticia? If not, we can follow up with Tara via email also.
So again, in terms of the success stories of the platform, of course, many of the women have their different networks, different approaches. We also help them in different linkages. in different manners, but in the platform, one thing definitely, and maybe it's because I work a lot also with the capacity building part, that's why I'm aware of it. It's mainly like the learn page. Many of the women say that they have, you know, you got really informative and relevant information from the learn page as well. As you can see, there are a few, you know, things that need more attention, but we really invested on the learn page because that is something that was really high on the list for the women, and we heard them out in that, and we are now also shifting to more, because normally we do the connection, the market linkages in different you know, channels, right? Like as Nidian had mentioned before, through trade fairs, through different events, through different, you know, for example, partners are going to link women to other people. And this time we decided to focus on the platform to see how we could also help women independently connect. And so this is why, at least for me right now, I'm not aware of the connection in terms of the success stories with the platform, but I'm sure it will definitely come about once it's quite solid. But I've heard great things about the learning space. Yes.
Thanks a lot, Leticia, and everyone, the poll is still open. Please give us your feedback. We have a couple of participants who are yet to give their feedback. Please, we encourage you to respond to these few questions. And then we have a question from Kerry. Leticia, I think we mentioned it, but if you can remind the figures on the number of business registered on SheTrades.com currently.
The number of, oh goodness, that I would have to talk to the team who are behind this to find out, and we can definitely follow up with you. So Nidian, if you could actually note that question down, we could answer that. But we have quite a number of women from around the world. So it's a bit hard to really tell you right now this is the number, because it keeps on growing as well.
Thanks a lot. Okay, so Kerry, we promise we will get back to you on this. Tricia is saying that she cannot see the poll. Yeah. And then we had a comment also from Denise. She is currently registering on some of the online courses already. Yes, there is a lot of topic there, so we really invite you to go there, check all the modules that we have there. Like we covered pretty much all topics when it comes to preparing companies to export. So please check the VLS platform, the ITC online course platform that Leticia presented to you. I think it is also time for us to close this session. We hope that you found the session interesting, that you learned today, and for those of you who are not registered on SheTrades.com yet, you will register. If you have any technical issue related to the platform, please send an email to this address. I already pasted it here, but I can again paste it. And after this session, Export.TT will send the recording of the session and a copy of my presentation to you. So thanks a lot, everyone. Thank you for taking your time to be with us.
Thank you, Nidia. I just would like to say to everyone, you know, I really hope that I could give you a good overview of SheTrades.com, the benefits of using it. And if you do have any questions, if you are going through any sort of hiccup, if you do find any glitches, please do contact us on womenandtrade@interested.org, and we will do our best to really help you out with the platform. And thank you all for your attention and time.